In Chicago. This was the
They were my business on the front page. Headlines. I threw prescription in Dior frames. Sunshine. I had the vision back in 12th grade. Lunchtime. That I'd be killing with Dr. Dre. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you short a few. Oh, don't make me have to lose it. No, hold up. Come on, out the jaw, come on. Ooh, savage, that's a nice get up. International, rockin' Japanese denim. Enough gas to get you above average. How many more do I have to from my enemies? They bringing my old ways back. Back in my day, where they had your whole face smacked. Look at you, wonder why hate rap. Ooh, what make you wanna go and say that? And I'm on another wave, and I'm putting on some weight. Feeling overpaid, I'm supposed to do. Don't nobody know your name, we ain't never seen your face. You ain't never, what you trying to prove? I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you short a few. Oh no, hold up. Come on, out the jaw, come on. I've been swimming through the process and you can't see me on the Loch Ness. You can proceed with precaution, give the proceeds to my God kids. Older on my conscience, same my pop is. Lame when the pop get drop quick, buy drop kick. Why you gotta lie to me so much, babe? You tell me the same that you told what's his name. If it don't work out, I go back to hustling. Couple 100,000 up in my mother's name. Peace, what peace?
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set.
They were my business on the front page. Headlines. I threw prescription in Dior frames. Sunshine. I had the vision back in 12th grade. Lunchtime. That I'd be killing with Dr. Dre. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you short a few. Oh, don't make me have to lose it. No, hold up. Come on, out the jaw, come on. Ooh, savage, that's a nice get up. International, rockin' Japanese denim. From my enemies, they bringing my old ways back. Back in my day, where they had your whole face smacked. Look at you, wonder why hate rap. Ooh, what make you wanna go and say that? And I'm on another wave, and I'm putting on some weight. Feeling overpaid, I'm supposed to do. Don't nobody know your name, we ain't never seen your face. You ain't never, what you trying to prove? I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you short a few. Oh no, hold up. Come on, out the jaw, come on. I've been swimming through the process and you can't see me on the Loch Ness. You can proceed with precaution, give the proceeds to my God kids. Older on my conscience, same my pop is. Lame when the pop get drop quick, buy drop kick. Why you gotta lie to me so much, babe? You tell me the same that you told what's his name. If it don't work out, I go back to hustling. Couple 100,000 up in my mother's name.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Trubisky got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
Now Cohen. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Anything moves, we hit it. Anything moves, we hit it. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, baby.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. Nifty footwork at the 45. A gain of 11 and a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43.
18.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 34 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. So. Left.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Boy, C.D. Mack, just from day one, he's looked so good in a Bears uniform, literally and figuratively. And some Raiders fans watching this saying, oh, I wish we had him on our team.
Yeah, just about every Raiders fan saying he looked a lot better in silver and black. Why don't we still have him? But in Chicago, immediately comfortable, fit right into their defensive scheme. They said, go get the passer, and that's exactly what he's done. Leonard Floyd, another first-round pick coming from the other side. He has really helped Chicago get off to a great start, and they love how he disrupts teams' offenses.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground with Williams. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turned into bigger runs later.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams taking it in. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, second major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pauvin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, IB Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know, if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pauvin, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Pauvin. Way to go.
Let's go. Red, up. 18.
This is Howard on second down, pushing through the contact. They find some open field here. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard, 47 yards.
Let's
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Here's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears are in for 6. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes, I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
For the Chiefs, Charles, looking back to last year in summation, 12-4, first time as the #1 seed in the AFC since the mid-90s, 1995. And, yeah, there was a lot of disappointment, understandably so, after that loss to New England, but it's like we were talking about with Patrick Mahomes, a lot to be proud of.
He certainly is, and just think about your chief weapons coming back. Saw what I did there, didn't you?
Yeah, chief weapons.
Tyreek Hill will be back. Travis Kelce will be back. Of course, Mahomes is the quarterback. The defense will need some work, though. They've got to get better against the run. Gave up way too many yards in that category. They've got to get back to their elite levels in takeaway numbers, something that's dropped off the last couple of seasons. But they started to make some corrections there. We'll be talking about Kansas City for years to come.
Yeah, that rush defense, 27th in the league, so certainly something to shore up before next season.
4 down, 4 down. Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now here's Mahomes. It's Kelce on the ground. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Now it's Mahomes again. Able to find Harris, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Mahomes now on first down. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Danny Trevathan leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 25 yards out. And the kick by Butker is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Lock in.
They go with Howard again. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
This is Cohen, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
18.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best, and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. They run. This is Cohen. And an alley to run. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go. Move.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Hitchens coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Red, up. Hey, gotta go. Hey, 18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Gotta go. Red, up.
Try to punch it in with Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears will extend their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Gets it to Bellamy outright. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. We're back now in KC. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. A give to Howard. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On the handoff, this is Howard. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
Again, it's Howard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number 1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So While it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Now it's Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They pitch out to Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again to Howard running left. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The all-pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bears on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. They run with Howard. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So now from a defensive perspective, they might still have a pulse.
Yeah, that probably would have sealed their fate, but now they're still within 2 scores.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And Conley's got it over the middle. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Slow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Chris Jones on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Running with Howard. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The linebacker Anthony Hitchens there on the stop.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now Howard. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this. Gotta go.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.